sit down, do nothing.
Well, let me pick you up on what you were saying there, because there are all these reports floating around that the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, is being steadily and systematically isolated by the Tinubu ring or clique of supporters in the presidency. Is that a fact?
No, I didn't see any evidence of that.
But you said that it depended a lot, your job depended on the chemistry.
You're talking about my job. Now you're talking about the working relationship. We were talking about, did I do any serious work? Did I, was I...
No, but I'm wondering why you didn't get to do that serious
like
work.
I said, it's not peculiar to me. Many vice presidents, many people who had worked with vice presidents went through the same experience I went through.
Right, but you were suggesting that that was possibly because sometimes the principal and his vice don't sort of, the chemistry isn't there, and I'm wondering if he was being pushed aside.
No, I think that there are two different things. The vice president, as an official recognized by the Constitution as the number 2 citizen, how busy he is, how active he is, what he does and what he doesn't do, substantially depends on the disposition of the president.
Right.
So that's a settled issue. And
irrespective of who it is, I mean, which administration.
I know Vice President Atiku, Vice President Atiku's first time, he was incredibly busy. When they fell out, the second time he was virtually non-existent of the president. I know that in their personal chemistry, this I know from the Vice President. They have put the personal chemistry between the president and the vice president is excellent. I hear this from the vice president and I believe him, sometimes almost to a fault. Kashim Shettima always says how great the president is and he's a good man, he means well for this country. And sometimes on one or two occasions I've said to him, but if he's so good, I mean, how is it that we see so many of the wrong things going on? And then, but he would defend the president with his life. I know this for a fact. But it's the way it is set up. You also need to understand, Charles, the presidency is a lot more than the president and the vice president. There are aides, very powerful aides. There are other people who intervene. They can decide whether both of them work well or they don't work well. They can decide if the number 2 is active or not. They can decide if the number 1 is active or not. That's how powerful they are.
But you got along well with Kashim Shettima.
Absolutely.
So what did he say to you was the reason why you remained idle, why you weren't being used as you ought to be?
Well, like him, we wait our time. We wait for opportunity. We wait for someone to say, do something.
Right. So was he also pretty much
no, he was
sitting around most of the time?
No, I think in his own case, he filled up some space.
Right.
His own space. He did well. I think he represented this government well. He's an extremely intelligent and hardworking person and very loyal to the president. But that doesn't necessarily reflect on all of us. There were quite a number of absolutely brilliant people in the office. I have met some incredibly good people. He is very good in headhunting. And on his side of the presidency, it's incredible the quality of people that he has there. It's unfortunate, however, that they are not being put to use.
You mean on the president's side or the vice president? Okay, the vice president.
I was just happened to be the first one to jump, or I don't know whether I will be the first one to jump.
Right.
But I was the one who said no. I got to do something better with my time and my life. There's a country to be fixed, and if I can't fix it, serving and working for this government and this, what you call the cocoon, I can do it outside.